So people with the money control the narrative. None of the things in the world surprise me these days. Influential people, the elite, generally happen to be Caucasian, to my experience. They get a pass, a pardon, a slap on the wrist when things go wrong or laws are broken. So why would you be surprised if someone would conspire to make a profit of gain at your expense? You need to educate yourself to navigate the market, to scout out the best opportunities for profit or gain. Stock markets were started when countries in the New World began trading with each other. As a result, groups of investors pooled their savings and became business partners and co owners with individual shares in their businesses to form joint stock companies. Who invented the stock market? The first modern stock trading was created in Amsterdam when the Dutch East Indian Company was first publicly traded. It was the first publicly traded company to raise capital. The company decided to sell stock and pay dividends of the shares to the investors. Then, in 1611, the Amsterdam Stock Exchange was created. Stock markets are venues where buyers and sellers meet to exchange equity shares of public corporations. Stock markets are vital components of the free market economy because they enable democratized access to trading and exchange of capital for investors of all kinds. Honesty, integrity, and even an even playing field is the only thing I signed up for. But unfortunately, um, truth be told, history is it hasn't been all that democratic or truthful. The stock market is a conspiracy, has been throughout history, tends to happen when money and the power come to play. Greed always kicks in. We always want more, supply and demand. That's how the world goes round. A person, place, or thing can affect the market. You know what I mean? What's trending? Catalysts, major world events. Example, press conference releases from the president, reports of big business or corporations, or reports or tweets from influential people on Twitter. I watch what I like to call the three P's: production, products, and profits. The stock market is set up for individuals to make a profit or gain from a wise investment and retain a profit simply because of timing and wise decisive exit strategy um, is the plan. But ultimately, the stock market is set up for you to fail simply because you cannot see the whole picture. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Simply uneducated, lack of experience, of trial and error, you know what I mean, of market conditions. That's why you must educate yourself on the ebbs and flows and the behavior of the market and stock investments, assets, companies, performance, you know what I mean, and market caps. The stock market is the only place where I know that it's a real possibility to create generational wealth overnight. And when I say overnight, I don't mean it literally. I just mean in a fraction of the time that it would take working a traditional job. Only thing is, life is always where the whole scenario is set up where you have a winner and a loser. You know, the old saying, only the strong survive. I will rephrase it as only the wise survive. When I first invested in the market, I understood a little bit basically that you had to buy an asset, hold it for a duration of time, and then sell it, make a profit based on the fundamentals of the company, its market cap, whether or not it's trending. You know, are they going bankrupt? The supply and demand, through my due diligence, due DD, you know what I mean? Research, investigating of said companies, products, production, progress, and profitability. By using the stock charts, one can see clearly where the stock has been, where the stock is, and where the stock is possible to go. Formulate an educated strategy for your entries and exits for profit or gain. But this isn't the traditional stock market like of the past. Slow and steady wins the race, holding blue chip companies, long term investments, or spotting pump and dumps in your face, illegal coordinated schemes or operations, a racket, a repeatedly or consistently collect plot to collect a profit, a fraud, wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain, racketeering, pump and dump, where in an instant you could clearly see, the move happening and capitalize on it. And then also in an instant where you didn't have a clue because in your mind, you know what I mean, you thought you knew, but you couldn't clearly see behind the scenes. You didn't see the move. You became prey to the tricksters and the frauds, and you got, left holding the bag for a loss. You know, this generally happens to most. I mean, you know, basically, you probably are too young or too new to know about the market scandal Black Friday, 1869, which was also before my time. They formed the gold ring to corner the gold market and force up the price of the metal. Before, let me see, that was on, uh, they wanted to force up the price of metal on the New York Gold Exchange. The scandal took place during